Which minor piece is better in a pawn endgame? Imagine you are in a tense situation on the chessboard, with only a few pieces remaining. The outcome of the game hangs in the balance, and you must decide which minor piece could give you the upper hand in a pawn endgame. The two minor pieces in question are the knight and the bishop. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses that can significantly influence the outcome of the game. First, let's consider the knight. The knight moves in an L shape and can jump over other pieces, making it particularly useful in closed positions where pawns block the movement of other pieces. In a pawn endgame, the knight can be effective in controlling key squares and creating forks, which can lead to winning material or promoting a pawn. However, the knight can struggle in open positions where its movement is limited, and it may take longer to reach distant pawns. On the other hand, the bishop moves diagonally across the board and can control long ranges of squares. In open positions, the bishop can be very powerful, as it can quickly influence multiple areas of the board. In pawn endgames, a bishop can effectively control pawn advances and can also assist in promoting pawns by cutting off the opponent's king. However, bishops can be less effective in closed positions where pawns block their diagonal movement. When evaluating which minor piece is better in a pawn endgame, it often comes down to the position of the pawns and the overall structure of the board. If the pawns are on both sides of the board, the bishop tends to have an advantage due to its long-range capabilities. Conversely, if the pawns are clustered together or if the position is closed, the knight may prove to be more advantageous. Ultimately, the effectiveness of each minor piece in a pawn endgame depends on the specific circumstances of the position. Understanding the strengths and limitations of both the knight and the bishop can help you make informed decisions during critical moments in your chess games. So next time you find yourself in a pawn endgame, consider the layout of the board and the potential of each minor piece before making your move.